Let's travel back in time. The year is 700 BC. There's a group of tribals all huddled around a dark, dense forest. And they're forming a kind of a circle, and they're having a kind of a ceremony. And in the ceremony, there's a young boy, a young Irish Celtic tribe teenager, who's wearing a sort of animal clothing around his crotch, bare-chested, and he's holding a certain kind of weapon. And this boy is walking towards the forest. Everyone is clapping and cheering in the crowd of the tribals as he's walking towards the forest. And he's walking and walking, holding the weapon. But as he's walking, there's no smile on his face. He seems a bit scared also. And why wouldn't he be scared? After all, this boy is going to live, hunt, and learn to survive in the forest for the next few years of his life. And if he survives, if he returns alive, then he's going to be considered a man of the tribe. But if he fails, he's going to die as a young boy. And he's walking, and now he's running towards the forest, and everyone is cheering and cheering and cheering, and he's gone in the forest. Let's fast forward a few centuries, and we are in the modern day 21st century. In the Brazilian Amazon forest, there's a group of tribes of the Satere-Mawe tribe. And within this tribe, there's a young boy who has his hands, as you can see, put it on the bamboo stick. And if this boy, if you see his hands, they are a bit swollen and black and blue in color. And he looks a bit tired and scared perhaps. But no. This boy is anything but scared. This boy is braver than all of us combined in this room. You see, the Satere-Mawe have a tradition where for a boy to turn into a man, he has to wear a pair of gloves. And these gloves are infested with bullet ants. To put it into perspective, the pain of a bullet ant is a 4+ on the Schmidt's pain index, with 4 being the highest. It's higher than the highest pain possible. And to put it into more perspective, it's as if someone was to put in 3-inch nails into your hand right now. That kind of pain. And this boy has been bearing that pain for the last 10 minutes. And he's going to do it again and again and again for 20 times more. That brings us to a question, that why? Why go through this pain? And why did the Irish Celtic boy have to run in the forest? Why do this? Cultures, ritual, traditions, that's what they always say. But why? There's something deeper to this, something deeper. And I discovered a part of the answer to this a while back, through what life brought me and through what life threw at me. It all started back when I was a teenager. I was born in a well-to-do family, millionaire parents. I had a chef to cook food for me. I had a driver to drive me around the city. I had a cleaner to clean all my mess. And life was good back then. It was relaxed, really relaxed. And I, like every devious teenager, tried to make best use of it. I remember one fine day, I said to myself, I'm 19, I can drive a car. If I drive a car to the university, it's going to look so cool. All the girls are going to look at me. I need a car. So then I go to my parents and I decide that, okay, I can tell them that I need a car, but I can't tell them that I need a car to impress some girls, some women. I know they care about my health. So then I think, and I go to my parents and I say, Mom, Dad, the weather outside is too hot. It's just impossible to drive a bike in this hot weather. Can I get a car? My dad, no, don't be weak. Just drive, wear a cap, wear a helmet, and go. But Dad, no. Okay, mission failed. But I wasn't going to give up. So then, after a few months, I thought deeper, and I went back after a few months. And at this time, I told them, Mom, Dad, a friend of mine had an accident while biking without any of his fault. I think the roads are too dangerous. The traffic is just unbearable. Can I get a car? Really? Yes, without any of his fault. Okay, but you're just going to go to the university. Just to the university. Yes, I promise. All right. I got the car. But did I deserve it? Did I earn it? Did I earn any of it? And it wasn't just me. It was teenagers all around the world. All around the world. When I went to my university in France, I saw that teenagers, kids all around the world are getting things without having to earn for it. And that's why we have the millennial problems, where the kids today don't know what their purpose is in life, they don't know what they want in life, and they don't know how to create an impact on the world. There were a few different people though, like Ari in my university. Ari was this beautiful Spanish girl, and she knew what she wanted in life. She, like others, like a few others like her, inspired me, and they motivated me to somehow think in a different line. I remember it was the month of May. I was in my university, and the university was about to end, and I didn't have an internship, I didn't have a job, and I didn't know what to do with my life. And at that point of time, I thought, I need to change something. I need a turning point in my life. And I called up my parents from France, and I told them, Mom, Dad, don't send me any money next month onwards. I think I'm going to manage it here. And I kept the phone. And I said to myself after that, I don't have an internship. I don't have a job. My house lease is getting over this month. I don't have money for the next few months for the house. I'm not going to manage at all. There's no way I'm going to manage. But something inside me told me that I needed to do this. I needed this turning point in my life. The next few months, I still jobless. The next month, I didn't have a house. I was homeless. To be precise, I had only 7 euros in my bank account. Every inch of my soul cried to call my parents and ask them to just send over a few thousand euros, and I could live in comfort. But then I decided that that's not how things are going to change. That's not how it's going to happen. And luckily, I had two amazing friends, Basu and Raghav, who allowed me to stay at their house. And then I slowly started fighting through the forest, fighting through each challenge, fighting through each bullet ant stinging. I got an internship, I got a job, worked with Fortune 500 companies, built my corporate career ladder by ladder, then moved to startups, helped them grow from zero to millions of euros in revenue. And then I had my own startup in Amsterdam. And I did this all on my own. And now when I look back and see those two boys of the young tribe, somehow realize that it wasn't for the tribe, it wasn't for others. It was for them to realize that, to discover their passion, to know what they can do in life and to create an impact on the world, they needed to go through that forest and through those bullet and stinging gloves. So does this mean that for our future generations, we should send them to the forest, run away in the forest, or give them some gloves of bullet ants, or make them go homeless? No, never. They shouldn't go through that. No one should go through that. And that's why I think if we give them a framework to develop themselves into responsible adults who know what they want in life and who can help create an impact on the world, then I think we can get rid of the millennial problems. There's a simple framework. It was already present, already there. All I did was to create a structure around it and present it. I like to call it the 5-step onion framework because it's going to be painful, but it's going to be worth it. The first layer of the onion, the vision. We can help them find their vision. At the age of 15, Arnold Schwarzenegger had a vision for himself. He wanted to become a Hollywood star. And the next few decades of his life, he spent working towards that vision. You see, if we don't have a purpose in life, if we don't have that vision, we're just going to go left and right, round and round. We can help them get that vision, find their purpose in life. And then we go to the step 2, the layer 2, where we help them find their goals. You can't climb the Everest in a single go. You need to go first to the base camp, camp 1, camp 2, camp 3, and then to the summit. If we encourage our future generations to celebrate each and every small victory towards their vision, this is going to motivate them and this is going to help them achieve that summit. Go from camp 1, goal 2, goal 3. And that's how winning is done. To go in that journey, to take that first step, they need to get out of their comfort zone. That's where the step 3 and the layer 3 comes, where if we encourage them right from childhood to take each and every step towards their vision, let it be dancing, let it be creative arts, let it be acting, let it be speaking, to get out their personalities out and take that first step to get out of the comfort zone. That's how each and every step towards that vision can be taken. And now we come to the 4th layer, which is important, where you have your vision, you have your goals, you've started the journey, but Netflix is going to distract you. Other things are going to distract you. And how do you make sure that you get rid of these distractions? You see, we are limited in our time and in our energies. You can either spend your time and energy doing everything, or you can spend your time and energy working towards that vision. You don't get to do both. My younger brother, he's 13, his name is Siddhant. He has a vision at this age, what he wants to do. And every day towards that vision, he sacrifices playing video games and instead watches videos of Bill Gates, Robert Kiyosaki. You need to make those sacrifices to be somewhere. And then we get to the 5th layer, which is, in my opinion, the most important. You see, every day you're going to make decisions which either lead you to your vision or don't lead you to your vision. And every day, to be motivated to take decisions, we make 33,000 decisions in a day. And how many of these are towards a vision and away from a vision? This is going to determine your loser versus your hero version. Each one of us has a version where we see ourselves as a hero. But we are afraid to admit that there's a version which is also a loser version of ourselves. If we keep these two versions in front of us and look at it every day and make decisions based on it, that's going to help us take us to our vision. And all of this is going to be painful. That's why it's the onion framework, which is going to bring you tears. But at the end, it's going to be worth it. And the best part is, none of this is just only my opinion. It's all rooted in the tenets of biology, not psychology, biology. Researchers at the New York's University of Buffalo conducted a research on 2,300 subjects, where they researched these subjects for chronic back pain. And their research revealed that those who had faced adversities in their life were less susceptible to back pain compared to those who had never faced adversities. So does this mean that we have to change our relationship with pain? Maybe that's why Knight said that whatever doesn't kill us makes us stronger. And who else is a better example of enduring pain and personal growth than Arnold Schwarzenegger? You see, as I said, like at the age of 15, Arnold had this vision where he wanted to become a Hollywood star. And the next few decades of his life, he worked towards that vision, setting goals, just like climbing an Everest. First, he became the youngest Mr. Olympia, then the greatest bodybuilder. Then he moved out of his comfort zone, went from Austria to United States to pursue his dream to become a Hollywood star. Then the next 10 years, he worked, even after becoming the greatest bodybuilder, to become a Hollywood star. When he was in the United States, he sacrificed each and every pleasure. You know, his usual day was, he worked out for 4 hours in the gym, then he went to the university to study. Then he went to the constructions to earn money, which could support his life. Then he went for acting classes, where he could perfect his method of bodybuilding and stage performance. He didn't waste even a single minute of his day. That was the commitment. And that's why he's the greatest bodybuilder of our time, the highest paid Hollywood actor, governor of California, and I think, in my terms, the most successful human. It's those who fight through the forest, who face the bullet ants, who navigate all the challenges of life. It's those who earn their wins. And all of us can do that. It's just that we need to decide on what's that turning point of our life. Thank you.